You are listening to Black Revolutionary Media. Hear the latest, greatest, and most melanated revolutionary works produced for your listening experience. This episode is When the Sun Rises
and the Walls Come Down
by Aaron Moore, performed by Xander Jackson as Malik, ShawnShawn-Herbert Felton as SimsMelvin Cox as Pastor Sims, KeishaKishia Nixon as MammaMoniqueScott as MammaMoniqueScott Worthington as Mr. PrestonCasey Cox as the classmate, Donnell Cole Price for stage directions.
Enter classmate. He stands up at the funeral and gives his speech.
We were in the same class for 3 years, all through middle school. We used to call each other, my brother from another teacher. That's what he was like. I mean, he was like every other child around where we grew up. He was chill, you know, but funny. He could be a bully sometimes. Then in the next moment, sit with you like y'all all been friends your whole life. Growing up how we did, it does something to you. It turns your insides into concrete. But Malik, he was like a kid in a good way. He had this energy that made you believe in a good way. That energy that made you believe in anything. It got us in trouble sometimes, I can tell you that. But Malik would find some way to get out of it. We had this game we would play where we tell each other what they're gonna be when we grew up. We picked the most outrageous things we could think of. You're gonna be a lawyer, or you're gonna be a rocket scientist. Corny stuff like that. We was in our own little world, and there was giants. I miss my friend, but it was dope that he was my friend. Everybody's family liked him. He found the good things in people and wanted to bring that out. I wish I could go back and change I wish I could go back and change how everything went down. I hate that violence of the world took Malik. He was too big for us, and the world couldn't hold, so he had to go someplace else. Thinking like that makes me feel better. When he came to people's houses, he got treated better than their own kids. He liked that. Being a part of something. He would never admit it, but he liked being wanted. I mean, that's what we all want, right?
Can I say something now?
There's someone talking to me. I don't think I can hear you.
Not this again. You can hear me and you can see me. If you're mad, then be mad, but don't be rude.
Tell me what I can.
Oh, so I do exist now. You hear that, world? I'm somebody.
I ain't acknowledge nothing until somebody stops all that shit talking.
It's not shit talking. I'm trying to tell you. Are you serious?
That's what I said.
Control freak.
Asper.
Oh, you feeling yourself now, ain't you?
What if I am?
I think you're going to regret that.
So what's up?
Well, show me what you got. That's what I thought. Same old Sean, always running away. But I ain't got nowhere to go.
I stopped because I know Mama's probably on her way home, and I wanted her to see us fighting. But in the other time...
Anytime you're ready.
You do know why I like to stay here and draw.
What's this? I know this ain't my Outcast CD.
Oh.
I know this ain't it. Somebody please tell me this ain't my favorite CD.
Well, I saw a line around somewhere, or I think Mama
put it here by mistake.
Man, have you lost your mind? You got my Dr. Dre album, my Scarface, my Goody Mob, my Wu-Tang, my Tupac.
I just wanted to hear one song. Wait a minute. What you gonna do with them anyway?
That don't matter. They're mine. You wouldn't know what to do with them anyway. You can't hear their pain.
A song is a song. Pain ain't got nothing to do with it. Who do you think you are, Mozart or one of them other fancy white people they do the concerts for?
A song is a song. Are you crazy? These albums are art, and these are artists writing about the world they created. When this one forgot about them, I mean, each phrase blending together to tell a story, their story, our story. Man, folks for so long had all this anger in them and they were busting at the seams. And then this great thing was invented, hip hop, combining words, beats, and rhythms to say one thing. We're here. Man, a song is a song. Open your eyes, kid. Do you hear that? Do you hear what they are trying to say? Man, do you hear the pain in the words?
I hear something.
I remember when I heard "Don't Sweat the Technique" for the first time. I was watching TV in the living room and Dad came down the stairs and just looked at me, and I knew he was going to ask me to go with him to the store, the barbershop, hell, to the damn DMV. It didn't matter. I was going with my dad. Nothing in the world meant more to me. When we got in the car, he put the tape on and the music started. I looked over at my dad and saw this big grin grow on his face, and I saw him rap every lyric, as if he was right in front of Eric B. and Rakim. I saw my dad forget about the world, and when he played that song, I saw him, really saw him for the first time. And that is what hip-hop does for us, kid. It lets us be seen.
I didn't know it meant so much to you. Or maybe I did on some level. I was jealous deep down. I saw you change. I wanted that too. Now, what about that dumb Thurston Harris song? Every weekend, like clockwork, I started to hear it in my dreams. Why did Dad love that song so much?
I don't really remember. I think because Grandpa was one of his band members. I think I heard him say that.
I remember Grandpa was mean as hell. Always yelling.
Even in his underwear.
Imagine growing up with somebody like that. That's why Daddy was so strict. To have Grandpa around mad at everything all the time, who wouldn't make you go crazy? I gotta applaud Dad because I couldn't do it.
There was a lot of things that made Dad and Grandpa the way they were. People telling them what they could and couldn't be.
You think you're gonna see him?
How can I see him?
You know, because...
Oh, you mean see them. I don't know. I think being here is more important right now. Being here with you is all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fine then. What the hell are we going to talk about? We can't just stand here on opposite ends of the room in silence.
Why can't we just sit here? What's wrong with that?
So I just have to sit here and watch you draw pictures and sulk. No, thank you. See the artist in his natural habitat. Or we could talk about Keisha again.
No. Fine, we can talk. I want to talk about names. That's it, names.
Names?
You wanted to talk about something. I think names are important. And I always wanted to know this. How come Mama and Daddy gave you a name like Malik? Strong, a proud name, a black name. When you hear it, you know that you don't take no shit from nobody. But Sean, on the other hand, makes me sound like I'm Irish or something. When you say my name, you expect a little black leprechaun to hop through the door with a pot of gold in his hands. That's what this one kid said to me in class. Oh, you quiet now. What are you doing? Are you laughing?
I'm sorry, but an image of you dressed as a leprechaun just popped up in my head. You hopping your ass around saying, I want me gold. I mean, what do you want me to say? A name is a name. Mine ain't any more special than yours or anyone else's. You always read too much into things. Your blackness don't come from a name. Look at Rosa, Martin, Malcolm. Those are regular sounding names. The things that they did are what people remember.
And what people are going to remember about me is my white name. That's the most important thing, how people remember you.
There's so much more to life, kid.
Nah, this is it. I found out that secret a long time ago, even before you. If you got something you love, you have to keep it to yourself. You have to hold to it as tight as you can before the monsters come. All these paintings, tell me what you see.
I don't know. Color, different places.
What is actually there? That's me, Malik. And there, I mean something. I'm important. My name is written in big font. I know Mama didn't like me as much as you. I mean, she loves me. She has to love me, but I'm not you. Right now, there's a church full of people, all emotional, and telling these great stories of you and who you were, not knowing that you're standing here, right here, not even 10 feet in front of me.
Oh, now, Sean, be a good boy now, and don't talk about your name like that. You've been given a good name, a Christian name, and you should be appreciated for what you have.
It's not really funny.
Sean, boy, I got some work out in the yard for you. Now, you be a good Negro boy, and you do as you're told.
You a comedian now that you back, huh?
Now, Sean, you have to be like all the other slaves. Do as you're told, and don't give me any lip. That's what it say in the Bible, and the Bible was written by God. Now, you don't want to anger God now.
Why do you do these things to me? You know I hate that.
Well, now, Sean, boy, what is this I see here on your desk? Is that writing?
No, Malik, leave that alone.
Oh, now, Sean, boy, you know you ain't supposed to be writing. That's against the law.
Malik, no.
No, I just want to see it. What is it, some kind of love letter to a comic book character or something like that?
Words are just words, Malik. And these are incomplete. That's just something Mama made me write for tomorrow. She made the whole family write something to say. She even made your teacher say something. Can you believe that? I thought it was stupid.
My brother Malik was my brother, and he was a good son. I don't know how I feel about that.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you wrote that I'm just your brother. You didn't mention anything else about me. None of my hopes or dreams. Shit, what my favorite food or color was. I would have taken that. It's like you just wrote a quick clip about me. Malik, my brother, the end.
Words are empty things, Malik. And these don't mean anything. They just go up in the air and disappear. They don't stick. And these are just something to make people feel better. It's an assignment more than anything.
You don't know nothing about
It's
me.
not true. I've known you all my life. How you gonna say I don't know nothing about you? I know everything about you.
Right, just ask.
This is stupid.
Just ask.
This doesn't even mean anything.
You're gonna sound pretty stupid up there with just these words. So ask. What do you want to know?
When Mama sees you, none of this is even gonna matter. She's just gonna be hugging you and kissing you, so just forget about it.
You won't ask that. I'll tell you myself. Let's start simple. Favorite food? Mom's pot roast.
See, this is why I didn't want to tell you, because I knew you would get like this.
Favorite color? Well, that's an easy one. Blue. And I mean, that's because when Mom and Dad took us to Long Beach and I saw the ocean for the first time. Let's see. Favorite season is spring, because you know I hate being hot and I hate snow. I always like that feeling of the first cut in construction paper. It's very relaxing to me. My favorite movie is between Coming to America and Friday, but come on, who could pick? You're not writing any of this down. Come on now. You need this info. Here, ask me another.
I'm not doing this.
Ask me another.
You're upset.
That my own brother couldn't be bothered with informing the world about who I am? Do you know how many ass whoopings I took for you? That I gave for you?
When you're done, I'll be over here.
Favorite TV show, song, ball team, my favorite pair of sneakers. I mean, that's an easy one. Come on, Sean. You're missing all this information.
This isn't fair.
Ask me.
Fine, I'll ask you something.
All right, then. Now we're talking. So, Sean, all the world is waiting.
Okay. I have it. It's a big one, but you said ask anything.
All right, now. Lay it on me.
Okay. What do you think it'll be like?
What? What will be like?
You know, up there.
Ah, you mean... Up there. That's a good question. A really good one. You sure you don't want to know my favorite pair of kicks?
I shouldn't have asked. That's bigger than both.
No. It's okay to ask. I mean, the truth is, I haven't really thought about it. Well, no, that's a lie. I have thought about it, but the thought of it is a little bit scary if I'm being real with you. I can't even remember becoming how I am now.
Malik, this is your home. And the hall is your bedroom with all your stuff waiting for you. We don't have to...
I thought about it. What it would be like more than dying. I knew it had to be more real for people like us, you know? So many different ideas have come into my head. Was there a separate place for white folks and one for black? How would that look? I know it's not like what Pastor Sims and those people be yelling about on Sundays. I mean, I know that for sure. If I close my eyes, what I see is this big city, and it has trees and plants growing throughout all the buildings, and it's summertime. And you enter through these big gates with granite pillars. Then through this tunnel of flowers and shit interwoven into each other. But the tunnel is dark, and it's hard to make out what's on the other side. So you have to use faith. And you're guided by feeling more than what you can see. You hear this faint noise of a crowd in the distance, like before you enter a big party, like a birthday. And the closer you get to the other side of the tunnel, you hear the voices of all the people who ever loved you in life say goodbye to you. You can't see them, but you can feel them all around. And this bright light grows all over you. You're afraid, but it doesn't hurt. It's warm and welcoming. And then you're there. People are walking all around the city, happy and holding hands. Black, white, Asian, hell, blue, green, purple, and they're all from different times in the world. Dad and Grandpa are there, and they're happy, and they have these big smiles on their faces. They hug me and hold me tight. I can hear their hearts beat, and I know it's going to be okay. The sun sets and rises at the same time, so the sky has different kinds of blues, oranges, and yellows to it. And all the people come out to see the sunrise. In this place, no one can remember any time they were hurt or disappointed. You can start over no matter what your life was like. Here, you're enough. All the art in the world, from graffiti to Vincent van Gogh, I learned about him in class, are on streets and on top of the sides of buildings and bridges. Long streamers of different colors dangle from the walls. Music from all time plays on this universal soundtrack that everyone can hear. At the end of each night, all the people put on their best clothes. They come together and go to this big, fancy party and wear colors of gold and silver. And we do these proper waltzes like they do in the movies, holding hands and shit. And people dance and sing all night and laugh all night. And at the end, people come together and wait for the sun to rise. We let the light hit us and we look up and smile. I mean, something like that, I guess.
Sounds like a place I want to be.
Exactly. A place without any troubles.
Or the place you go when they give you something to cry about. How about that one?
The place that's right next to the good place if you turn your head a little to the left. Oh, wait, too far.
The place where white boys in those books find their lost dog.
The place where all cereal boxes have a prize inside.
The place where Boo Boo the Fool was born.
Where the music is never too loud. Hey, turn that up.
Where Santa Claus don't roll the windows up when he comes to the hood.
The place where when the police arrest you, they still kick your ass, but you get a complimentary stuffed animal for the car ride over. You know, to ease tensions.
A place where art escapes from the page.
The place you go when you don't want to go home. But you got to get the hell up out of here.
A place where you only match the description with 1930 gangsters and big fedora hats and cigars and say, yeah, see?
The place where Old Yeller went after that white boy done him in.
A place where your mama do got McDonald's.
Ain't that the place where black folks go to learn the electric slide?
Almost definitely.
It's just one of the ideas that have popped in my head. I could be wrong. This could be it too. Back here with my family laughing, going to church on Sundays, watching Martin on TV together. Just being back in the thick of it all.
Here, I want you to have this.
It's your picture. The one with the mountain.
It's not finished. I never could see what was wrong with it. I just knew in my mind it wasn't done. I think I just let myself give up on it.
You see this spot right here? That's where I want to live forever.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. I know Malik would have been so happy to see you all. A big old grin would have planted itself right on his face. That was my son. I couldn't imagine what I was gonna do when I came up here. Then I thought about Malik and Malik's father and how they looked at the world with those big brown eyes of theirs. That boy looked just like his daddy. And he was proud of that. Malik loved his father. And he loved Malik. I could see on his face sometimes the fear he felt for Malik and how the world would treat him. Something his father knew too much about. I remember when we brought him home from the hospital, this little chocolate thing. Malik's father was so nervous that I was so scared he was going to hurt himself. He moved all the furniture into the center of the house. I used to sit in this one corner of the apartment next to the window and hold Malik and just rock him and hold his little hands. And he would look up at me with those wide eyes and I would say, yes, it's me, it's your mama. And he would giggle and we would both smile. Seeing how Malik interacted with the world around him only made me love him even more. Seeing how he became so curious with things, how he loved and hated, how he got up from falling. When something so precious as a child gets taken from you, something that you brought into the world, a part of you changes. Not dies, but changes, and you become a whole different person. God, I miss my son. My heart. All of you here knew my son, loved him, and that makes me so happy. Makes me proud. Because that means that my son made this world just a little brighter. We're supposed to make our children better than us. But by God gifting me with Malik, he has made me better. Thank you.
It's gonna be nice having you back here. I know Mama gonna like it. I'm gonna like it. I missed you, man. Watching Martin just hasn't been the same without your comments. I feel like a new person. I'm not gonna take you for granted again. You know, in school, they're having this art contest. You can win up to $500. Can you believe that? You know, I think I might enter it. Show the world those mountains you like. I think I'm gonna draw a portrait of you too. I'm gonna call it The Great Return. I'll even add some blue.
That does sound nice. I'm gonna miss you too, kid. I'm going to miss everything.
Wait, you said going to. Why did you say going to? Why did you say that?
I did say going.
Malik, you say things that you mean, and this doesn't sound like a joke.
It's like that Outkast song. You know the one.
No more stories. No more sidetracking. Say what you want to say. You think I'm dumb? You've been keeping me busy? Keeping me from figuring things out?
Kid, I don't think you're stupid. You're the person who sees beyond the borders. And I'm the one who sees what goes unseen. But I hear all these voices in my head calling me to something. They called me here tonight to you. And now they calling me out there.
What do I have to do? I won't steal anything else. I'll forget about Keisha. It was just a stupid crush anyway. None of that matters anymore.
I don't think it works that way, Shawn. Don't lock down your life, kid. Not for me. Or for anyone, for that matter. Live it to the fullest right now, because we only have right now.
I wished for you to be here. I know I did somehow, maybe in a dream. I just have to hold on to that. Let me hold on to that.
Wishes are nice, and we don't get them very often, but I mean, look at your hands. You see these hands, they were meant for this. All this. For helping people like me to see past those mountains.
What about Mama, huh? You got a fancy saying for her? She lost her son. What do you have to say to her? How do you just leave her?
I don't know. I don't think I was supposed to see her tonight. For some reason, here I am.
All this has been a joke from the start. A joke on me. Why is the world out to get me so bad in school, around here? What have I done? Why do I have to accept it?
I don't think that's how it works either. Pain is just another song on the soundtrack, kid. But if you keep on listening, you'll hear more.
The philosophy is another thing you picked up from Mr. Preston?
Yup. Oh, and this too. Check it out. All the world is stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans. Hell, sans something.
Shakespeare again.
I don't know why those lines stayed in my head. Like people really spoke that to each other and understood it.
You really want something, the language shouldn't matter.
Hey, I like that. It really don't matter.
How do I do it, Malik? How do I say goodbye to you for the second time? And I know this is going to be the last time. Tell me what to say.
Read this.
You already read it. I told you this doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what you said. But what if it did matter? What if it means something more? Read it again.
If I read this, then it'll all be over, won't it? It'll be gone again.
People leave, you know? And it doesn't seem fair. Connect it to something you know. Start it like a picture. Paint the landscape and let yourself feel the music. Here, take my hand, brother, and let me lead you. Go ahead. Tell him, kid. Tell him about who I was and who I wanted to be.
My brother Malik was a person. A person who had many sides to him. He was a music lover. He loved Tupac, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Goody Mob.
Hey, don't forget Rakim now.
And Rakim. He got his love for music from our father, who got his love for it from his father. It's been a gift that has been passed down and has given us so much. He laughed every chance he got, and his laugh was a contagious one. Once he started, the whole house followed him, even if we weren't supposed to. It showed his passion for life. He loved staying fly, movies, and Shakespeare. Believe it or not, my brother loved Shakespeare.
Sans everything. That's what it was.
I saw him the most happiest on the beach when he saw the ocean for the first time. I never seen him smile from ear to ear before, and I didn't think it was possible. From that day, his favorite color was blue. Malik has this ability to see things for what they were, and that made him special. That made it easy for people to connect to him, love him, even in a world that didn't love him back.
Break them down, kid. Show them what's beyond the mountains.
Malik was my brother. He wasn't the best, but he was mine, and he pushed me to be a better person whether he knew it or not. Before today, I didn't know how I was gonna write this, to say goodbye to him. I was scared because I didn't know who I was on my own. But just Malik, he taught me that. I hate walls. I hate the walls at school, the walls at my mom's job, the walls here in this room. You know, I think I just hate walls altogether.
Do you hear them calling?
I hate the feeling of limitations. Something that stands in your way from getting to one point of the world to the next. All my life, that's all I've been surrounded by are these big, tall borders. It's like I've been swallowed up and they take my voice with it.
I am human and I have wickedness in me, but God's love still shines down.
We were playing house and didn't know the rules.
When I look back, all the fears I had about those kids go away.
He would never admit it, but he liked being wanted.
Seeing how Malik interacted with the world around him only made me love him even more.
So here I am, surrounded by these walls that eat my voice.
Well, not anymore. You all right, Malik? You all right, Malik?
Hey, kid, look. The sun is rising. Little bitty pretty one, come on, talk it to me.
End of play.
Thank you for listening to Black Revolutionary Media. You can check us out online and hear more of our work at blackrevolutionarymedia.com and support our work at patreon.com/blackrevolutionarymedia.